thank you for watching. This is Gary on the road.
Hi. No, not there. Here we go. Car is packed for Gary. Gonna close.
So sometimes you may have to take your pet on a road trip if you're moving cross country or any sort of situation that forces you to do so. And we had to take Gary for quite a long road trip. I think it was an 18-hour drive or something like that. And before we, went on the road, we of course checked that Gary was okay to actually be in the car at all. Some cats get severely motion sick. Yeah, they get motion sickness, or they just can't deal with it, like the anxiety levels. And Gary was fine. Not that he loves being in a car, but we made sure that he wasn't one of those cats that absolutely could not handle it. First of all, it's a really good idea to have kind of a barrier from the backseat area to the front. We wanted to make sure that at least in the beginning, until Gary settles down, that he can't come to the front where the driver's seat is. It's pretty dangerous. Also, he was always wearing a harness for the beginning so that it would be easy to get a hold of him and pull him away if you wanted to go to the driver area, which again is super dangerous. We also had litter, water, and food in the car ready for him. So we packed our car, just making sure that everything was in there that we needed, and I thought I'd share with you how it went.
So Gary's got his little bed. We've got a litter box down there. Got a cooler. And we are ready to go. Right?
In the beginning, Gary had some problems settling in. It was a lot to take in, a lot of impressions, and he liked to sit in the back of the car so he can get a good overview of the car itself and the things that were happening around him. It took him about an hour to settle down, although he was stressed for a little bit more than that. We started driving pretty early in the morning, so it was dark. Once the sun came out, there was more light in the car, and Gary felt more free to explore, and he had kind of a lot of fun just messing around in the back, checking everything out, finding out a good place for him to chill. His backpack is actually where he feels the most safe, more than his carrier cage, so we brought that along with us in case we wanted to take him out during rest stops and things like that. And he had his little house that he could go into, and underneath the house was a litter box with a lid, so we could take the lid off and offer him to go. He liked looking out the window, but it was hard for him to kind of find the balance, so the balance for him was easiest at the very back, in the back window. So he liked going back there so he could sit and look out for all the things that were happening around him. Make sure you have a good harness and a leash, and give your cat enough time to do what he needs to do.
But a long leash for him that attaches to the top of his harness so he can go a little further. Gary! Pissing! What is it? He's a little scared because it's a new place. He always takes a little while before he wants to come out. What is it? Yeah, what is that? waited and gave him the card and got it back and you cleaned the windows? Nice.
Yeah. It's cool too because Oregon doesn't have a sales tax. Like,
oh my god, yes!
Did you know that Motel 6, I know, Motel 6, whatever, they let you have your pets there for free?
You gotta poop, Gary? Yeah.
By the time we got there, Gary had not peed or pooed the whole drive, so he really needed to go.
Good boy. Yeah. So happy.
Feeling fresh after a 18-hour drive.
Right, Puss?
Gary's been cleaning himself up. He's loving it here. It's wedding time, and since I am giving the bride and groom away, I'm really nervous because I don't remember everything that I'm supposed to say. So I'm practicing, and Gary is helping me.
What, Gary? Yeah?
He's enjoying the view.
Aren't you, Pussy? Yeah.
It's like he's already ready to, like, go out. Like last night, after a little bit of rest, he was at the door wanting to go outside. So I think that's a good sign.
Right, Pussy?
Do you, Chris, take Rachel?
Gary is in the danger zone. He absolutely wanted to be with Dad. Yeah. But
I know. Silly goose.
he's not allowed to be there because it's dangerous.
He wants to drive, you know? He's at that age.
During the wedding itself, Gary was sleeping in the car for most of the time. I would go check on him and see if he wanted to come out, but he was sleeping. The other days, he was allowed to come out and explore the house that we were visiting, meet the family. There's a lot of wildlife nearby that he enjoyed, like bunnies, birds, deer, and at night, he loved going for walks. He just became a much more confident cat. Alright, day 3. We just stopped at a McDonald's. We're almost out of Oregon. We actually left the wedding party at like 11, midnight? Yeah. We were planning on staying there an extra night, but Rick wanted to power through it, get through Portland without the traffic. So we left. Now we're driving still. I've slept, Rick has not.
No, I slept.
Oh yeah, you did!
We slept a long time.
That's right, we stopped at a rest stop and Rick slept a lot.
Until like 8:45.
Do you remember I woke you up and I was like, it's 5:15, but
Yeah.
you're like, uh-huh.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. You expect me to get up and drive?
I was like, I didn't know. I was like, when are we leaving? It's funny. Anyway, Gary is sleeping. Almost.
Gary's road trip.
Gary's road trip. Gary. That's what you get for bringing your cat on the road.
Heaven.
Very hairy. Hashtag hairy legs. Traveling in style.
Good boy. Gary sleeping in the car.
Look who woke up.
Lucy.
Hi, Gary.
What you looking for?
Oh, so sleepy. Aww.
Milk and honey.
on the trip back, he was so comfortable in the car that he slept lots and lots, went to the restroom when he wanted to, ate, drank, loved going out at the rest stops, and it was a nice trip. It took a little bit for him to get used to everything, but he did really, really well. Hi! Hi! So I hope that maybe we learned some things that could help you if you need to take your cat on the road. Again, please do make sure that your cat doesn't have severe anxiety or gets car sick before you take on this long ass journey.